What's up, brothers and sisters? It's Brother G World, 7_D. I'm at it again. Do this very quick video taken from the book America's a True Old World, Volume 2, The Promised Land. And then Nature Knows Those Color Line. I've shown these two books before, but I want to go and backtrack and show you. I want you to observe and notice certain things. Whenever you hear these stupid ass Pan-Africans or some of these African individuals who telling us who we are, saying that we come from West and Central Africa, it's appalling and insulting, because they don't really see that so-called black people are global people, that so-called black people are aboriginal to this planet. They have been taught by these white people like Franz Boas or Melville Herkovitz that we all just came out of Africa. You want to use that conclusion, then white folks are African. But we really got to start taking research seriously and stop listening to these goofy Pan-Africans, because they're really lost. All right? Here, you find a bird like horse, this is native to America. The Lamado falcon. And you see that image of horse right there with the head of a falcon head in a human body. All right, you find this over in Americas, and you also have that in Egypt. Here you have another image right here, the ibis, the blue ibis, and you see this in Thoth. Same type of image, man. Same type of image that you see here in Americas, and that you find over the walls in ancient Egypt. Also, you can look at the bighorn sheep. You see this over in Egypt. Canaan, the horn, bull, bighorn. You see the similarities in the Americas as you see over in so-called Africa, because there was brothers and sisters who traveling around the world and exchanging ideas and building globally. So when you hear these goofballs tell you that you just come from Africa in the slave ship, that is totally inaccurate. I've said this over and over again in my videos, and I'm going to continue to say this. I showed you images of the Aztecs building structures and how every state capital looks just like that with that dome and that needle, because they stole that design from them black folks, those Aztecian Negroes who build here in Americas, and that blueprint went to every damn state here in Americas. All right, now I'm going to go to Nature Knows Those Color Line. I'm going to Nature Knows Those Color Line. And I talked about this book before, but you see this image of the castle. Now I get a good. This is in Germany. Now I showed you before the image of the Germans these Negro Germans who were protecting their castle from these white barbarians who had hair all on their bodies, and some of them had tails. Notice, these are not no African slaves like someone asshole want to come on my page and talk about. Notice the castles. Notice the shield. Notice the double-head bird on the damn shield. These are Negro Europeans who ruled Europe. Like I said, I've shown this book before, and I talked about this, but I'm going to emphasize the castles, because you had castles in Europe, in Africa, and in the damn Americas. That same type of structure. Negroes was building that globally. Negroes wasn't just confined to West Africa. So when I hear some of these, I heard this one goofy African chick, man. I think she Congolese. Not only she said so-called black Americans were, quote, West African and Central Africans, but we have self-hate to identify with something else and say we anything but African. And the fact she want to talk about black men and said, oh, 99% of black men are coloreds. This is an asshole. This is not even one of us. But yet she going to sit there and think she want to talk about it. She want to talk about us and think she knows us, but she don't know a damn thing about us. So she knew anything about our history, she wouldn't have said that we're Central and West Africans, which is a damn lie, because most of us were already here. But when you have jackasses trying to speak in your culture, man, outsiders trying to speak in your culture, they are just as bad as these racist white folks. There's no difference. It's no difference in their thinking. And I don't think I showed this, or I might just show this. You see the Jola dog and Anubis. America/Asia and Egypt. All this is a great similarity, man. All this is a great similarity. So that tells you that there was travel, and they took the culture and they traveled throughout the seas and spread that culture. They weren't just locked in West Africa. There were Negroes already here, and they took their knowledge and traveled around the damn planet. That's why this stuff is so similar. That's why this stuff is sort of like a line in different parts of the world. And you can take a line and get a ruler and just trace it, and they like connect because they align. A lot of it is aligned globally with the alignment of the stars. A lot of these structures. But some of these idiot Pan-Africans won't tell you this. They're so stuck in trying to make us African, not understanding that the Negro is a global person, or the so-called melanated Negro, black person, whatever, is global. Why is that hard to see? Why is that hard to comprehend? It should not be too hard to comprehend, but these goofball Negroes are doing that. This information is totally in your face. So we got to stop listening to these goofball Negroes telling that you're a slave from Africa. That information is not true. That is totally inaccurate information. But, like I said, when you get these Negroes who have been so-called highly indoctrinated and educated through the school system, and they got their degrees from Harvard, or they went to Howard, and they part of some Negro fraternity and sorority, which they have been heavily indoctrinated and taught to worship idols. These Negroes are very ignorant to the truth, and they don't want to hear the truth because they felt that they paid all that money for that little education, that anything and everything that they have learned is the gospel, because they learned that from their white, liberal, bigoted teacher at their campus, or some Negro flunky lackey who's still going around teaching the format that's from doggone Melville Herkovitz and Franz Boas. We have moved around the world globally. The images and pictures I showed you show you similarities in Africa and in Americas, or particularly North Africa. Why? Because the Negroes built here, and they took their ships and they traveled over east and continue to build. America's not the new world. Don't listen to these Negro scholars who tell you that. How can the hell it be the new world when they have so many structures that's older than the damn pyramids of Egypt? That's labeled as a wonder of the world, but a lot of structures here are not labeled as no damn wonder of the world. How the hell this is the new world? It doesn't make sense. But when you listen to these goofball Negroes who have been trained, mistrained by these white folks, they'll tell you that mess. So, brothers and sisters, I want you to continue to critically think and to continue to seek the knowledge and continue to gather all the wealth of the knowledge, comprehend it, and teach that knowledge to other brothers and sisters who want to receive it. Peace and love, brothers and sisters.